When I was renamed Dwight D. Eisenhower, I was a little uncomfortable with an American name, but I've gotten used to it.
Well, I think your new name is just as good as Golden Shuttle. And you never know, Dwight. There may be some American engines who have British names.
Berk told us that out of all the Southern engines, you were the kindest and a true lady.
I'm really looking forward to seeing him again. And I can't wait to see what Top Shed looks like.
Attention all passengers and crew! Runaway trucks have been sighted and are headed towards King's Cross. Please evacuate calmly and quietly. I said calmly and quietly. Jeez, does nobody ever listen to me?
Runaway trucks? Heading here?
Not only that, but I saw an engine pulling a very long line of them on the same track that you're on.
And my cab is empty. Oh Lord, I'm on the wrong track.
So you are. I'd move you out of the way, but my cab is empty too.
This is terrible. I'm gonna get hit.
Not on my watch, you're not.
Berk? What are you doing? It's too risky.
Faster and more dangerous. Right, they're coming down on this track. This is bleeding suicide, Berk. I don't care, Paul. Put my brakes on. Berk, this is... Do it now! I'm not sure if I can do it. You're not alone, Berk. Marshall, is that you? It is me, with a friend. Hello there, Berk. Oh, it's you, Arthur. What are you and Marshall doing here? We're here to help you rescue Hannah from those demons on wheels. Hannah is our friend too, and we don't want her to get hurt at King's Cross Station. Now, Berk, we will help you as far as London, and no one will see us. And when you tell everyone about this mission, do not mention to anyone that we helped you, except for Hannah and those who believe in ghosts. Will you do that for us, Berk? Of course I will. Satisfactory. One of my brothers believes that he has this power, but since I am a ghost, I could do it for real. Are you ready, Marshall? I'm ready when you are. Invisibility! On! We're still here, Berk, and our brakes are set and ready. I don't believe it. There's bleeding ghosts behind us. I'll calm down, Paul, and do what they say. If Berk trusts them, then so do we. Right, here they come. Although I had help from Arthur and Marshall, the trucks were still very heavy for all three of us. My wheels were burning, my boiler was aching, and I felt like I was going to explode, but I didn't care. Hannah was stuck at King's Cross and unable to move, so it was up to me and the two ghost engines to save her. Soon I could no longer feel the presence of Marshall and Arthur, and that's when I knew that we were in London. But it didn't matter, because just outside of King's Cross Station, I slowed down and came to a complete halt. I was completely exhausted, and I stopped inches away from Hannah's buffers. Berk! Dear God, that was one hell of an entry. Hello, Hannah. How are you doing?
You stopped all those trucks from crashing into me. Thank you.
You're a hero, Berk. I will recommend you to everyone. Wonderful. So, Hannah, what do you think of King's Cross?
It's a lovely station, Berk.
Well, in that case, welcome to the former LNER. That night at Top Shed, the engines returned from their duties, and once they did, Dwight D. Eisenhower gave an announcement. Gather round, children, for I have a tale to tell. Today I was at King's Cross, and shortly after I arrived, a fair maiden from down south came to the station. We chatted for a while, until suddenly a huge line of trucks came charging towards her. However, a very brave D11 director named Lord Berkeley tackled the trucks like a knight in shining armour, rescuing a princess from a ferocious dragon. Today, Berk showed us all that it doesn't matter what railway you come from. We are now all united and can make friends with foreign engines. So Berk, welcome home. And Hannah, engine from the south, welcome to Top Shed. Thank you, Dwight D. Eisenhower. I loved being on the Southern, but at the same time, it's wonderful to be back home with all my friends and family.
You were very brave today, Berk. Taking on those trucks all by yourself.
Actually, Hannah, I wasn't alone. I had help from beyond the grave.
You mean Marshall returned?
Not just Marshall, but Arthur too. But we will keep it amongst ourselves, unless we tell the story to those who believe in ghosts.
Your LNER family is amazing, Berk.
I know. Dwight D. Eisenhower kept to his word and commended me to everyone, and told my heroic effort as a legend. The B1s learned that they were just as equal, and the engine and her crew who were responsible for the runaway were reprimanded. It is believed that the engine was Russian, hence why the trucks broke away. A week later, I received my new British Railways livery and started my new life on BR. British Railways built new engines like the Peppercorn A1s and A2s that to me looked like updated versions of Gresley's Pacifics. And not only that, they even rebuilt a lot of Gresley's engines. They look completely different in the new forms, and engines like Flying Scotsman said that they didn't feel like themselves. But engines who had smoke deflectors before they did said that they looked splendid, and this came from old rivals. And that showed that engines of the East and West were now friends. But the biggest changes happened in the late 50s and early 1960s, when new engines called diesels appeared and took over our jobs. But they weren't the only threat. There was a man called Dr. Beechin, and he closed down a lot of lines and scrapped a lot of engines. These were worrying times for us all. I was worried for Hannah and Stepney, but more worried for the Flying Scotsman. However, something that I didn't see coming happened. On the 23rd of November 1963, I was withdrawn from service and placed in a scrapyard. I was sharing the same fate as Dominion of Canada, buried by bushes, neglected and forgotten. Well, at least I will end my life quietly, but not alone. Arthur! Marshall! Oh, I'd given up on seeing you both again. Not to worry, Berk. We are here to keep you company. So, are you going to stay with me until I get cut up and join you? Not only to keep you company, but... Marshall, would you care to do the honours? Of course. This is not the end of you, Berk. It isn't? No, in 3 days' time, you will be preserved. I'm not going to be scrapped? No, instead you will be restored like Hannah and Stepney. Hannah and Stepney? are going to make it? They're being restored right now, and their new home will be the Bluebell Railway. Oh, that's wonderful news. But Marshall, I must know. Please tell me, will Flying Scotsman be preserved too? Yes, Berk, the Flying Scotsman will make it. Oh, that is wonderful news! The two ghost engines stayed with me and we chatted for the next 3 days, and on the third day they both vanished into the unknown and promised that they would return again at desperate times. Then a man showed up and bought me, and his name was Arthur. Apparently his mother worked on Arthur during the war, and she named her newborn son after him. I was taken to Crewe to be restored, and there I met an old friend, Thornaby the Raving Q6, who was very happy to see me, but I was confused and believed that he wanted me gone. What I said to you that night, I didn't mean it, and I really regret saying that horrible thing. Can you forgive me? Of course I can. We're friends for life. After I was restored, I did holiday trains on the main line, and before I headed to my new home, the Bluebell Railway, I paid my only surviving brother, Butler Henderson, at the National Railway Museum a visit, and there I told him my story. Goodness gracious, my little brother did all that? I did, and the Bluebell Railway is down south, and I don't want to leave you. Berk, listen to me. We are the last of our kind. You're still in working order, but I'm an old engine who now has retired and belongs in this lovely museum. Hannah and Stephanie will be over the moon if you lived with them, and I'm sure that we'll meet again. And Butler Henderson was right, and on the 16th of December 1964, I arrived on a lorry truck to the Bluebell Railway, and both Hannah and Stephanie were there to greet me. So that's where my story ends, Alton Hall. What did you think? Wow, what a fantastic story, and thank you for telling me all about it, Berk. You're welcome, my friend. I often think of the Southern Railway and the days we had, for it truly was the golden age of steam.